Do you want to be rich? I'm not talking about big fancy home in the hills rich. I mean own your own plane rich. Like so rich you have people who count your money for you rich. Well, keep working hard and dreaming big because one day you may be that rich. But for now, you, me, and everyone we know is not that rich. Today, we're going to see where the richest of the richest people in Florida live. It's pretty easy to see where the richest people live. You just have to measure how much money people make and who has the best jobs in every city. Or you could just find out where people like this live and then follow them home. The cities we're about to mention are pretty wealthy overall. Is everyone in these places loaded? No. But are most of their bank accounts pretty fat? Hell to the yeah they are. So sit back and watch this video on your old phones and your outdated laptops as we check out Florida's richest cities. Our first stop along the money tour through Florida starts in Gulf Breeze. Families here average the 10th highest incomes in the state. That's more than double what most families earn in a year. Yeah, I'm talking to you, broke guy. Less than 5% of people here are out of work too. To be honest, I'm surprised anyone in this fine city is out of work. This area is a really safe, clean, quiet place to live, where it seems like just about everyone is quietly living the awesome life. Uh-oh, word's out. Now all the rich people are gonna wanna move here. You get your money for nothing, and your chicks for free. The Home Snacks Money Train takes its next stop in Palm Beach Gardens. Okay, thanks, Mr. Obvious. Just about everyone in Florida knows these people are loaded. This place has a ton of money. Overall, the average households bring in pretty big salaries every year. It might sound like they make a decent chunk of change here, but when you think about how much it costs to live here, suddenly it might not seem like a lot. You won't see condos here. There's very little liquor stores or smoke shops either. Crime is something that happens in other cities, not here. And while it's idyllic in many places, it can be quite boring too. Do hot chicks like hot Florida guys with money? You tell me. Got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Welcome to Key Biscayne, our 8th richest city in the state. These are the types of cities where you go sell Girl Scout cookies or candy bars, or where all the poor kids go trick-or-treating on Halloween. The people here are among the most educated in the state. Better educated workers tend to make more money. This city has it all: grand houses, great schools, excellent tennis instructors, and the very best groundskeepers and gated subdivision on-call security guards around. If you're a kid here, your allowance is probably more than your teacher's salary. I'll bet most people get to look at this every day when they wake up. We continue our money train tour of the state as we stop in the city of Coral Gables. What? How in the heck did they get so much money here? They have to be doing something right here. Families earn the 7th highest incomes in the state. In addition, this city has a low unemployment rate and one of the state's lowest poverty rates. While that might seem high, for an entire city, it's really low. Do people work hard in this city? After all, it has a stereotype of being a very snobby place. But snobs can work hard too, can't they? In fact, most have a bigger bank account than you and I will ever have. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Our next stop, Lighthouse Point, probably won't come as a surprise to anyone who lives in the state.
It's another dazzling lifestyles of the rich and famous.
The residents here aren't necessarily famous, but they're definitely rich. Households here earn the 6th highest incomes. While you may see people here driving around in fancy cars, odds are people you meet there are pretty comfortable. In fact, people here are more likely to downplay their money than show it off. And while it might be easy to scoff at the success of folks here, you have to remember just about everyone here worked their butts off to get where they are. And that says a lot about their character. Oh, why do I live this way? It must be the money! Of course, Parkland had to be on this list. The average households here make a lot of money every year. The rich people have big fancy homes in this place. There's a lot of nice parks, clean streets, and a downtown area with lots of opportunities for growth. Like many other cities on our list, this is a suburb located within a driving distance of a major city. Residents commute to their fancy jobs or are wealthy enough that they don't have to work at all. With a low unemployment rate, you'd have to be a real bonehead to not have a steady job of some sort. Show me the money! We're climbing higher and higher up the money tree as we visit the very wealthy city of Pinecrest. This is where a lot of the rich and fancy residents live with their families. People here earn, on average, the 4th highest incomes overall, and only 5% of people who live here don't have a job. For a state this large, that's crazy low. People in other parts of the state generally stereotype this part of the state as being wealthy and stuck up. Well, that's probably because the students have better cars than their teachers. There's a lot of old money here too. Rich people can spend all their money and then they're broke. But wealthy people, like old money people, will never spend all their money. They couldn't do it even if they tried. People move here to find jobs and for a more peaceful and better quality of life. Even the crazy rich Asians would consider buying a home here. You're a rich girl and you've gone too far 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. Here in Belle Isle, things couldn't be more rich. It may not be a very large place, but people's bank accounts are pretty large. Families have the third highest incomes in the whole state. It's a great place to raise kids. It's safe. You won't find too many police officers around, and when the police are called, they show up in minutes. If this is your Christmas, you might live in Belle Isle. If this is your second car, you probably live in Belle Isle. If this is your vacuum cleaner, you definitely live in Belle Isle. She works hard for the money and you better treat her right. Who are the second richest people in the entire state? That would be the people in Longboat Key. And you can bet that many of the residents who live here are aware of the fact that they're only the second richest people in the state too. Here, the average income per household is much more than you and I would ever earn. It's the kind of place where you see soccer moms running errands in the middle of the day, where landscaping crews do their duty, and where everyone's biggest concern is who's going to try and take their money away from them. There's no struggling here. It's a different kind of place from the rest of the state. Everything is just peaceful. If Scrooge McDuck was real, he'd probably have a home here, don't you think? Money, 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 money. Money! Where's our richest city in the entire state? That would be Palm Beach. It's sort of like this. Many people here are loaded. Just about every household here earns well over $100,000 a year annually. Some parts of this area are just off the charts out of touch with reality. Households here vary between two-income homes when both parents have great jobs, or households where there's one primary earner in the top tier of their industry. Doctors, lawyers, business owners, and entrepreneurs. Most of the well-to-do here frequent Whole Foods, Starbucks, Core Power, or Lululemon. Do you think they know they're the richest people in the state? I think that's a safe bet. Is it snobby here? Maybe from an outsider standpoint, but it might be more of a shallow suburban type of vibe. Does being rich make you out of touch with reality? Perhaps. But does money buy happiness? Just ask someone without it. In most of these cities, people haven't made financially. They have new homes, drive new cars, and have bright futures. But this comes at a cost. Long work hours means more stress and less family time. Keeping up with friends and neighbors means private school, after-school activities, and 2 huge car payments. For some, it's the only way to live. For the rest of America, we can feel great when we define rich as love, friends, health, or the little things in life. Hey guys, if you learned something new or you just like this video, make sure to like it. And if you really like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get all of our videos about what it's like to live in different places in America. Peace.